Here we go. Welcome to Wake in the Future. I am Pat.
What's up, guys? I am Joel.
Good morning, everybody. All right, so it is Monday morning, February the 22nd, 2021. All right, let's dive right on in this morning. So we've got some good news coming out from over in Germany. So this one comes from the UK column. Rainer Fulmick, with other German lawyers, files a class action lawsuit, basically. So it says here the title is "The Greatest Nuremberg of All Time is on its way." And this was translated from German, so it may not read exactly the same to everybody. But, right now, a second Nuremberg tribunal that is in preparation with a class action lawsuit being set up under the aegis of thousands of lawyers worldwide behind the American-German lawyer Rainer Fulmick, who is prosecuting those responsible for the COVID-19 scandal manipulated by the Davos Forum. So it's great to see a group of lawyers getting together and starting to do something here and calling it what it is, which is a scandal or a scamdemic, as we've called it from the get-go, and also naming the people over at Davos, Joel. This is pretty big.
Yeah, that's not a name that has been thrown around really
No.
by anybody except for people in our community.
Yeah.
And, the man heading this is Rainer Fulmick.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer who succeeded in condemning the automobile giant Volkswagen in the case tampered by Cadillac converters, same lawyer who succeeded and taken down the Deutsche Bank. How do you pronounce that? I pronounce it wrong.
Deutsche Bank.
Deutsche Bank
Yep.
as a criminal enterprise. That is no small doing when you're taking down big bankers.
Yeah.
That's serious. And this is something Pat and I have been keeping an eye on, but it seems to be that they are making huge developments and huge strides forward. So, thank you to our listener that gave us these latest developments. And but the hearings of around 100 internationally renowned scientists, doctors, economists, and lawyers, which have been conducted by the Berlin Commission of Inquiry into the COVID-19 affairs since the 10th of July 2020, have in the meantime shown with a probability close to certainty that COVID-19 scandal was at no time a health issue, rather about solidifying illegitimate power, illegitimate because it was obtained by criminal methods of the corrupt Davos clique by transferring the wealth of the people to the members of the Davos clique, destroying, among other things, small and medium-sized enterprise in particular.
Yes.
Platforms such as Amazon, Google, Uber, etc., could thus appropriate their market share and wealth. And we've been reporting on that from the get-go.
Right.
It's been the elimination of the little guy. And
right. And the follow will be the implementation of the social credit scores and the higher dependency upon the state and, digital currencies and all the rest. I mean, everything that everybody called people like us crazy for and conspiracy theorists for is all being laid out right in front of our very eyes. And I know this is nothing new to most of you guys listening, but, this is the information that needs to get out there. And people that are on the fence, I really feel, when they see a major class action suit like this happening, that they will start to kind of step forward and speak up a little bit more about it. Maybe they'll have somebody that is not so much on the fence, and they'll be able to get them, somebody who, they can relate with a little bit more and say, hey, listen, I really kind of was buying into this whole thing, but now I'm starting to see, we're getting this big class action lawsuit going, and they're really starting to name a lot of big names that we've been told have been helping us from the start, but really are only benefiting off of this. And ultimately, I've been a huge, I've been one that calls it out a lot, and I have no faith in the state or the justice system, but guys like Fulmick, they've been able to make things work. They don't stop once they get started on these things. I feel as if, it's a bit of good news that we need in these times, because it's been so difficult to find anything in positive right now.
Well, that, and they are naming out the big names here.
Yes,
They
yes,
are.
they are.
They're bringing in more and more people, not just lawyers, rightly so, are demanding, in addition to an immediate end to these murderous measures, a judicial review by a truly independent international tribunal on the model of the Nuremberg trials, okay? Mm-hmm. When you start throwing around names like Nuremberg trials, that gets people's attention.
Yes.
The fact that they're calling for a worldwide committee, right? No biased, that's big. If we can get these things rolling, and it seems to me that they are.
Right.
This is big because
well, I mean, the status of the COVID-19 committee investigation is laid right out in this article. All right. So COVID-19 is a diversionary tactic by corporate and political elites in order to shift market share and wealth from small and medium-sized enterprises to global platforms. And you've got contribution of the audiovisual tax to the reconstruction of a new media landscape that offers truly independent information. All right, making regional agricultural structures secure, making a secure regional currency to prevent a new currency from coming from above to be allocated in the event of good behavior, which is the social credit scores that they're talking about. Because we know that they're looking to do, and it sounds like this here is calling them out for regional, but they want a one world currency. They want to use some sort of a digital currency for everybody, and then they can put us all into the same grouping with this social credit scores and all the rest. Basically everything China's doing, right? And then psychological considerations of the situation. How did it come about? Actions for annulment of the approval of a vaccination filed against European Commission, trial in New York of the status of the PCR tests, German trials, Canadian trials, Australian trials, trials at the International Court of Justice and the European Court of Human Rights. They are going after the full amount here. And this is what's necessary. And it's probably something, guys, where, this is going to take years to play out. So in the long term, this is something that we can see as a awesome good. But in the short term, we need to continue our fight.
Yeah, that's exactly it, because they're calling out all the big names. Yes. And, check out this article. It goes into what they want to do. That they want to attack the food system. It really goes into basically everything that this Davos clique is trying to do. It talks about, there was a meeting last week with the Berlin COVID committee. It really goes into a lot, and this is big. This is big. They're calling out all the big game players here and calling this exactly what it is. Okay, it's the elimination of the little guy by the elite, and that's what it is. So this is it, guys. We're going to be keeping an eye on this. We will have later developments, and we will be coming at you with this. So that is it for me for today, Pat.
Yep, that's it, guys. Everybody just read this, get this article out to people, show people what is actually happening, that they're not going to hear about in the mainstream, because these names, the people that are doing these things, he's done some really good things in the past that have helped a lot of people. And this will be another one that will be huge, but it needs to gain momentum. So let's get it out to as many as we can, guys.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Finally somebody's laying it out.
Yep.
That this is an agenda by the financially elite to stomp out the little guy. So that's it, guys. Always remember, don't take our word for it. Do your own research. Freedom starts at home. Laters.